Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning, and for that matter, a great day. Today, it's right after the update show for Paladins for me, so I wanted to compile my thoughts on the new patch notes and sort of talk through a couple points on how I'm feeling about the new patch before it comes out. The biggest thing is it's a very you gotta set your expectations. This is now there's no season 5 of Paladins patch. This is the patch after that. This is the follow-up. So it's not supposed to be like a spiritual successor patch to that. It's sort of supposed to be a patch unlike that. You just it's a little bit different. You have to set your expectations differently and stuff like that. But yeah. So the big thing about this patch currently is it's the Monster Cut update patch, and here's the update notes. We get a new character, Betty La Bamba, the Bomb Queen. I am super excited for her. Unlike other characters like, Seven, Vatu, characters like that, Saudi, none of them have really appealed to a playstyle I've even slightly enjoyed. A lot of them are high mobility flank characters, and unlike Vora, who's, a little bit more rugged, projectile based, but like different from like Vatu projectiles, and Seven never really clicked with me. I think I'm going to love her. she's a brilliant character played by great people, done I feel like they did a really good job on her finish and all sorts of stuff. She's a damage character. I know that for some people that's going to be like whatever. I'm not going to play her. But for me that's a big deal. I don't have a damage character that I'm really, tied to, except for like Tyra, I guess, and even then, Tyra's not really a damage character for me, and she's getting a large nerf with one of her things that changes her kit just ever so slightly, so she's kind of, waning in my eyes. So you have Bomb Queen, Betty. She's a 2100 HP, which 2100 is an interesting area to be at. I think that means that the devs thinks that her damage is really good, but she needs something to hold her back from being, god tier, just destroy everyone. She's got this grenade launcher that can bounce around corners. Think of like Junkrat from Overwatch, think of Tachanka from R6. It's a grenade launcher. It shoots grenade bounce. Novel concept. She has a cluster grenade. It's just a grenade that explodes multiple times. Think of seedlings from Willow. But this one only works if it hits someone. So it's a little less, dominant than Willow's. Then she has Hail of Bombs, which is like a small little aerial denial thing, which I find pretty cool. You shoot out revolving thing that shoots out bombs into the air, which actually deal quite a bit of damage. They could easily kill flanks if they're caught in it. So, and then she has Explosive Personality, a triple jump, where she goes forward, it deals 300 damage to enemies within 35 units. It's just I like this ability a lot. I think that this is what I'm going to enjoy most about her, mainly because it reminds me of Plague Knight from, from Shovel Knight. The whole bounce, explosion, bounce, explosion, bounce, explosion. I love that. I'm a huge fan of the way Plague Knight plays, so having a first-person shooter character when I need a damage character, pretty good. Her ult is You ride a rocket, shoots out, deals 1,700 damage, which is actually kind of low. But you can do it from safety. You can, because you ride the rocket and then you get to aim it and then you can let go and it shoots out. So it is fair that you have a 1,700 DPS, like essentially projectile shot that has, might I say, a really large range. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. And then her 3 talents of fiery disposition is scary to me. It puts 3% of their maximum health, like damage damage over time on them, and it lasts for a whole 1.5 seconds, and then it refreshes to deal extra health and lasts longer the more you hit them. And this is on all explosives, which is scary to me. I don't know. With some of her cards, that could get pretty interesting. Reducing the range of it, Hail of Bombs, so it's more of a concentrated thing, and then it also becomes a 2-second thing. That one scares me. That one could also be pretty good. And then Gotta Bounce, it just reduces the cooldown, but also reduces the speed. I'm curious at how long Explosive Personality's cooldown is. It's probably going to be something absurd, like 12 seconds, but here's her skins. They're pretty alright. I really like her gold and her royal explosive. The season pass one, they're okay. The next big thing in this patch was the crossover with Monster Cat. I don't know too much about Monster Cat. I'm not, in a lot of music circles as much as I am in gaming circles. So, I really like the sky skin that they're giving out. They have a they also have a con skin, which is pretty good. But I love the recolored sky here. The green sky is just mwah. I'm gonna buy the battle pass just because of this skin. But yeah, so it's a bunch of Monster Cat stuff and references that I don't necessarily get. They're releasing some other skins and other emotes. They always do this, but the next big thing, they are reworking Warder's Gate, I think. Yeah, Warder's Gate. And oh my god, this is like one of the prettiest map reworks. Warder's Gate's one of those maps that has been around for like ever. So having a new look on Warder's Gate, it's like Stonekeep. When they changed up Stonekeep, I was all over it. One big thing that makes this just astronomically different from the normal, they removed the sky crystals. The ones that used to pull you up into the air and give me anxiety because they kill you all the time. Yeah, no, those are no longer around, which I'm actually glad about. I know that a lot of people are probably disappointed that they didn't just put a floor under it or something. That's what most people would have done, but sadly, I don't think that they were willing to do that, and so they just put teleporters on each side and then remove the crystal, which, I mean, at least the crystal's gone now, and now there's a walkway. So it's a bit nicer. I like how they did it, but I know that's a big deal breaker and that a lot of people are going to be disappointed about it. Especially some people who've really loved it. They're releasing the 7 skin, the Cassie skin, a Koga skin. I'm not gonna buy any of these skins. I don't really care. Crash Course, yeah, no. New mount, new icons, an anniversary spray. More of these icons. I love this. But they're changing how anti-healing scales, which is a big thing. They're changing so in Siege, it ramps up every 50 seconds from 5 to 10 to... So, in a minute of the match, you should definitely have 10. And they talked about adding some visual indicator for it. They don't know when that one's going to be added, but they talked about it, and it might come this patch. I think it might. They're intending for it, but it's just one of those things. It's a nice thing to have. And then Onslaught and King of the Hill, they changed from 45 to 40. No one plays that game mode anyway, so I hope no one gets offended by that. I just don't think stuff like that is necessarily the best. Menu themes. When you're sitting on the main menu now, you can change the music that plays in the background. Instead of it being like a music pack, that's all it does. Doesn't change any other music, only the music that plays when you're just idle on the front page. Pretty good. I like it. They're changing, they're rotating out some of the ranked maps. They're removing Warder's Gate and bringing Timbermill in, which I am so upset about. Rank's gonna be horrible this patch. Hopefully the rank skin, or well, I guess do all your ranked playing now, guys. Timbermill's such a bad map. I'd rather play on Warder's Gate than Timbermill. They changed knockback Cassie, so it's less effective. Kogan can now run up walls without like nimble, and he does it faster, and his guns have a slight fall off damage change. Binary Star Genos got a nerf. Vivian and Lex got like a recoil reduction, which is nice. Maybe not like full recoil reduction, but like it doesn't shake your screen as much. So you might be able to actually aim and like account for the recoil. Like the side to side movement is a lot better. Enemies ground speed debuff and Octavia's distortion field was increased. I didn't honestly know that you got slowed in Octavia's distortion field. That's the thing that I'm like, that was a real thing? No one plays her anyway, so They changed asymmetric Warfield to be her better talent, probably. Big change. Ray lost her damage immunity while ulting. It's now just a 50% damage reduction. They could have honestly made it like 75%, and it would still kill half of the Rays who ult at like 10 HP. So, I don't care. You could have even made it 99.9. As long as I can deal that last 10 HP, that's all I need, Hyros. But I still do appreciate the change. This was the worst. She would just run onto point, you'd blitz her down, and right before she dies, she'd hit E, and then both her and her target are just unkillable. Her ult has been changed a lot recently, so Ray's definitely, Ray's one of those characters who's balanced around her ult. And I feel like they're taking a lot away from her ult and not giving her a lot in return. It's like IO with Luna. I know that they can still be good, but unless they want to actually emphasize some different changes in her playstyle, I don't think that just nerfing her ult into the ground is necessarily a good thing. But that's my opinion. So then you also have, you have projectile damage and speed of her left click has been changed, so she's less of a damage character, which kind of hurts me. Ray's taking a huge hit this patch. Hopefully she can recover. They didn't even give her like a healing boost or anything like that, which is kind of sad. 7 is getting another nerf. His like mag dump is now just essentially just don't use mag dump. It's not worth. They changed the fall off thing in the hot patch, and now they're just nerfing it even more. So yeah, that's something. His ult got time reduction, and then his bombs take less time to deploy, which means that they'll get rid of quicker. And now here's the big one. Here's the final thing, the final nail in the coffin for this patch. Burn monster no longer cripples. Tyra, the burn monster queen, can no longer cripple her enemies. Characters like Barrick, who used to just go, I guess I'll die now. Like, what are you gonna do? You know, Tyra threw some fire on me. I can't run around. I'm just sitting here. I'm a sitting duck and I'm burning to death. It's been removed. It's gone. There's no more cripple. It just doesn't exist. Which is just something else, honestly. I don't know even really how to react to that one. That one's such a large change to... There's so many good changes for like the long health of the game, but I feel like this patch is going to be very polarizing for some people. Like if you're a Tyra main or if you're like a Ray main, this patch is like the worst patch that has ever happened because it changes your basic kit that you've had since launch of the character. It's just no longer allowed. And it's just like, that change is different. And I think it's going to take an adjustment period for a lot of people. But I find this patch probably a good idea. I really like Betty La Bamba. I like her concept. Her work's nice. And I think that this patch has the potential to be a really good patch. I'm really hoping for this patch. But I know that some people are just going to hate this patch. It's going to be the worst thing that they've added because the map change is polarizing, the balance changes are polarizing, and then the new character, she may be good, but I feel like she's going to be overshadowed by the major changes on the game that people aren't going to be a fan of. But that's my thought on it. Let me know how you guys think about it in the comment section below. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm glad you came here to hear my thoughts on the matter. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.